Hello and welcome to the 90's Mags podcast, your podcast for all things Newcastle United, hosted by two lifelong Newcastle United supporting buddies, myself, D-Man, with my co-host Jefferson. How you doing, guys? How you doing, boss, should I say?
Boy, you listen, you're tired, man. You've been on missions, but it's
Yeah,
all
mate.
worth it. Back in the team. Yeah, man, I'm pretty gassed after yesterday, feeling good. Yeah, man, buzzing. How about you?
Yeah, I'm all right, man. Apart from being tired, I'm all right. I'm all right. Happy that the Toon Army got the win, another win in the Champions League and that.
You
But
still got
don't,
your voice though.
huh?
You still got your voice.
Yeah. You know what? I was chatting as well, but not like I usually do. You know, maybe because the people next to me they were, I won't say they were quiet, but a
Okay.
bit more reserved in it. But yeah, I mean, I'm glad I still got my voice because I'm going up there next week and I'm going to be cheering along with my son, so it's going to be interesting there, interesting there. But yeah, don't forget like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Help the channel grow. Let the people know about the 90's mags. Whether you love us, you hate us, you know what I mean? If you think agree with what we say, get involved in the comments. Um, but yeah, again, we're here to review the latest game, the Champions League victory against Benfica, finished 3-0. I did travel up there, long journey. Just to summarize, I took a train up there in the afternoon, came back by coach. Uh, didn't get back till early, well, late morning. Started work, so I ain't slept. But yeah, and I'm here, man. I'm here. We do it again next week, but next week's a bit more reserved, relaxed. I'm staying up there with my son, so won't be
Oh,
as tired. But yeah, man, the journey was well worth it, and I got to meet Sir Les Ferdinand
Sir
after. So
Liz.
yeah, man, one of my idols, my Newcastle idols. So it was good to catch up with
Should have
him. And
plugged the show, man.
I should
Should
have
have
done,
plugged the
I
show.
should have done, because I see he's on TNT Sports today, so I should have plugged it, man. But
Damn.
listen, there's always next time, man. There's always next time.
Yeah,
I'll
yeah,
find
yeah.
someone. I'll find someone. But yeah, man, listen, 3-0, first home Champions League victory of the campaign. Obviously, we're not happy against Barcelona, but already got the way win under our belt. So this was, carrying on where we left off against Jose Mourinho's Benfica. Yeah, so it's going to be a positive show today. No negativity. Yeah, we'll try. We'll try.
There's
But yeah,
never
just
any negativity, D man.
of course not. Of course not. But overall thoughts on the game itself?
Yeah, no, I thought just a kind of high level approach. I think it's great to always get some goals. So it was nice to see a couple go in the second half. I think we gave it what we had in terms of like energy, and we created some openings. In fact, we created a lot of chances. We wholly dominated the game, and we were cut above. In terms of quality, the gap was clear to see. But what was amazing actually was some real surprises in terms of individual performances. And it's good to get another 3 points on the board, a step closer to qualification. That's what we want. I think we talked about on this channel. We kind of want minimum in terms of the playoff sort of competition at the minimum. But of course, not getting carried away. We know that there'll be tougher games ahead, and this puts us in better stead for that. So, I think, of course, we've got this out of the way, and on to back to the bread and butter of the two games we've got coming up. But really impressed by some individuals who I'm sure will cover. So some good performances there.
Yeah, I agree with what you say. The big up agent, by the way, big up agent locked in.
Big up, Adrian.
Yeah, listen, it was a good performance. Arguably our best performance of the season. Obviously, like I said, the opposition wasn't the greatest, but I like the fact that it was a controlled performance. We didn't go gung ho, the usual 100 miles an hour. There was a bit more control about this performance, and we bided our time to get the first goal. And then once we got the second, then that's when the attacking football, we started creating a plethora of chances and stuff. But yeah, some good performances. I thought, another clean sheet, which we'll talk about the defense as well. But it was good to see someone other than Voldemar to score. And I know that was a theme in the first game against Junior SG, but Gordon scored a couple of penalties. Obviously, Barnes got on the score sheet, but he didn't have to score today, and we still scored multiple goals. So from the wide forward, and they all contributed. So it was good to see. But yeah, um, Adrian says that's the level Gordon needs to produce consistently. Yeah, agreed, and we'll get to Gordon as well. Man of the match performance, most would argue. Big up, Big Yinks in the
And
building.
that big yeah.
Um, Yinks, give us your overall summary of the game itself. What were your thoughts, man? What were your thoughts?
Oh, if you want to come through, bro, come through, man.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. More than welcome. I'm more than welcome. That's and you, agent. More than welcome.
Yeah, anyone's welcome.
But yeah, listen. Let's get to the lineups now because we saw the news about Tonali having a bug, recovering from a bug, and that's why he was subbed early against Brighton. He was feeling under the weather. Thankfully, it wasn't an injury, but he made the bench, and Joe Linton also was put on the bench as well. So you had a new look midfield. You had Miley come in with Ramsey to partner Bruno, and the wide forwards you had Gordon and Murphy come back into the team as well. So, what were your thoughts about the lineup itself?
I was wholly encouraged, and I'm telling you, man, there's a little spy watching 90's mags because we talked about all this stuff, didn't we? About Miley getting more of a chance. If we're going to be more attacking, should we start Ramsey? Obviously, circumstances around Tonali's fitness kind of maybe potentially force that issue, but you have to commend the manager at least for being a bit bolder, putting more like of an attacking side out that had a clear intent. I was so happy to see Murphy back in the side, and hopefully we'll give Murphy his flowers in a bit. And I think it ends any kind of debate. Like we know whose position that right wing is. So yeah, props to the manager, props to the guys that came in. I think in particular with that midfield, I think there was a bit more balance there because you almost worry with Tonali being gone, who very much gets up and down. But actually, there was some really good like technical ability on show with Miley. I just love the way he dances and glides around the pitch, and he makes everything look so simple. Like he's so mature beyond his years. With Ramsey, it was a bit of a classic throwback to when Willock in 2022-23, he's got that engine on him where he can get up and down quite a bit. He was helping out defensively, but you can see he's got that tad bit more quality further up the pitch. So definitely want to see more of him. So some real encouraging signs.
Yeah, I mean, echo your thoughts there. I mean, the lineup itself, it was good to see that the fact that usually we'd risk the likes of Tonali, given in a Champions League game, the importance of winning the game, we'd think, he has to play. But, credit to Eddie, he's left him on the bench and he's put his faith in Miley. And like I said, the discipline that he showed to sit in that sixth position, knocking it about well, showed some defensive ability as well. So that was good. And then, like I said, the wide forwards, it's interesting because what Eddie's been saying is that he's managing Murphy's minutes because he's got this Achilles issue. He's still recovering from the Achilles issue, so that's why he can't. If even though he does start, he doesn't play the whole game. He takes him off, and then he rests him sometimes. So it'll be interesting to see who starts the next game because he seems to be chopping and changing every game. Like one plays, then the next play, the next play. So it'll be interesting. We know it's Murphy's to lose. He's more experienced under it. What Eddie Howe wants. He's the best deliverer of the ball of the front three anyway. So the wingers. So it's his place to lose. But it's going to be interesting to see how long he keeps chopping and changing. And when Murphy is fully fit, does he give him that run in the team? Which is going to be seen because he has earned it. Let's be honest, he has earned it. But yeah, Big Gig said, great game. The boys played well. Gordon was good, but he wasn't amazing. To be honest, I only watched the second half and listened to the first half. I see Scans is locked without watching. I'm not even looking at Scans' comment yet, but I bet he talks about disrespecting Murphy. I bet he says,
Yeah. Big up Scans.
there it is.
Big up Kante as well.
Big up Scans. I know you, man. I know you. Oh, by the way, Scans, yeah, since you seem to know everything, is Glasner still going to Man United in November, like you said? Yeah, let me know. Yeah, that was his big call as well. So I think you might have got that one wrong, mate. But we'll see. Time will tell. But yeah,
Yes,
listen.
Connor.
Big up Connor in the building as well. But a bit, yeah, Kante. Yes, my boy.
Kante, hey, let us know, man. You coming through. Because, boy, we're looking to cuss you when we beat you, mate. So make sure you come through on the next one.
I'm never cussing it now because we don't beat them. So let me just wait.
We swap roles here.
Yeah.
I was getting all cocky.
Let me hold my horses. Yeah. But it's good to see Eddie's rotating, whether it's forced or not. But good to see Ramsey starting as well. like you said, and then Voltemada gets more used to the team, which we'll get to as well. But the defense seems to have picked itself right now due to injuries. We know Dan Burn's going to play left back. I know people are waiting for Lewis Hall to get back, but let's be honest, once he's back, he's still going to get time to get up to speed. So you're probably going to see Dan Burn as left back up until Christmas. You know what I mean? Let's see, call it what it is, which does scare me. But yeah, you got the back four, Nick Pope in goal. So yeah, we know the changes there. So going into the game itself now, obviously you said Jose set up as what was it? What formation did you say?
Well, on the TV, on TNT Sports, they said he set up as 5-2-3,
Five. Uh,
which is a bit nuts.
yeah,
That
that's a bit.
seemed a bit nuts for me on the UEFA thing. But then on Google, it says they were 4-3-3. But I must admit, in that first bit, it did feel like there were some gaps in midfield
Yeah,
because we
yeah,
were running through. But I don't know if he thought, you know what, let me just hit them on the counter.
yeah.
And it nearly worked because that's the thing. I think those first 20-25 minutes weren't so
Comfortable.
simple, and it
Yeah,
could have been very different.
it's interesting because we started well, and I think we had the first couple opportunities, maybe not clear cut, but a couple of opportunities. But then they started to grow into the game, and like clockwork, they're targeting Dan Burn on the left hand side. Their new signing was he had him on toes. Let's be honest. He beat him early on, and then he forced a good save from Nick Pope. Then he's curled one off the post as well, and then Pope had to make another save after that. So they had the opportunities in that first half, but the goal that we scored was a well worked goal. I think it was Malik Chow who initially got the ball, won the ball, fed it to Bruno, and he's turned. And it's like telepathy, Bruno and Murphy. That defense splitting ball that he seems to play.
That's why I'm saying if we played a 4, he would be the right central midfielder because he's just got that. It's almost like telepathic drill
Yeah,
past. We've seen that it's happened against Liverpool a couple of times, quite a few other teams. That was part of the success of Almiron. Remember when Almiron went on that run? How
yeah,
many times did we see him thread it through on that right hand channel?
it's true. Great ball, great through ball. There's Murphy, and we've seen that ball. It's interesting. We've seen that cross many a time, and there's Gordon at the back post.
Mm.
But I do have to take it back to the Barcelona game when Alanga's put a same ball through to Gordon and he's missed it. Maybe Gordon's improved because we know Gordon was out of form and the thing, but he's playing with confidence now. Good finish.
Mm.
To the 1-0.
Just before then as well, if you noticed, we sent them a little warning sign, didn't we? Because in my opinion, there should have been a goal before where
Oh,
Murphy put it. And Ramsey, for me, I understand what he's done because Murphy's crossing is so accurate.
yeah.
He's thinking, I don't need to come to the ball. He's going to thread it straight
On
into me.
the
If
yeah.
he literally moves 1 yard to the right, he's got a strike on goal.
Yeah, yeah. I think it was before that. I think Bruno had the one close range, which the keeper saved as well. And there was another one. I think Dan
Dan
Burn was.
Burn header.
Yeah, that's right. So we had opportunities, but like I said, we've got 1-0 up now, and that's when they started to grow into the game. We kind of we say we took off the gas a bit, but they grew into the game. They got more settled, and as Jose Mourinho said, that was his tactic to go in just 1-0 down or level to frustrate the crowd and stuff, and frustrate us. But he probably would have been okay with that first half because it was quite even. Like you said, it was quite even. They forced Pope into a good save. They hit the woodwork, so they could maybe feel a bit unlucky that they haven't scored in that first half. What I will say is that I was behind the goal of the Gallagher, right? And so we were defending that side. And I know Sven Botman had a very good game, but Malik Chow, bruv, he's like a Rolls Royce. He really is. Like
Mm.
he is that good. Like don't go, he's gonna have dips in form, or whatever. But right about now, he's playing at such an elite level that he better renew his contract now, bro. Like he's that comfortable on the ball, defending 1-on-1. You know what I mean? He's on the front foot all the time, trying to put the defense splitting passes as well. He's good in the air. Like he's very, very good. He's made a very good start to his time at Newcastle. But yeah, We go in the break 1-0 up. It wasn't until obviously the second half starts. I can't remember. I will say, oh no, the second half we'll go to that anyway. But yeah, the second half starts now, and I think it wasn't until I think he made the change, didn't he? I think Ramsey went off on 60 minutes, and he brought Joe Linton on.
Yeah.
That we started to ramp it up, and the second goal. Now, first of
Wow.
all, Nick Pope, right? He made some good saves in that first half, right? But every time this brother kicks a ball, yeah, it gets worse. Did you see the one we just kicked it off for a corner?
Yeah, that was mad.
I
That
could
was
not, I could not believe my eyes. I could
heart
not
in
believe it.
mouth moments.
Oh, every time the ball goes back to him, the crowd just takes a deep breath. Like, what's he gonna do? And then when he pumps it long, you know he's pumping it aimlessly, bro. But it looks like he's trying, but he's hitting nobody, bro. Absolutely nobody. But credit to him though, because he turned into Tom Brady. That throw that he put through to
Wow,
Harvey Barnes, the Harvey Barnes, come on. That throw that he put on, and
great throw.
I thought, to be fair, I think it should have been intercepted. Yeah, but
The guy again, he's trying to take the ball.
yeah,
Just
like
track back 2 yards and
yeah,
then you cut him off, but he's
that's it.
completely missed the ball,
I
which
missed
is
it, but credit to Barnes though for A for to getting on that run and B not stopping when he because he
yeah.
could have stopped thinking the defender's going to get it, so he just bombed forward, and obviously he's running towards where I am, and when he's running, I'm thinking he's taking too long. He's slowed down a bit, but
Mm,
he slowed down to get it the accuracy right, and he pinged it off the post and in. Great finish. And from then, that was game over. I like the way that all the defense came and celebrated with Nick Pope and stuff. And I think Gordon made some comments about how well loved he's in the dressing room and stuff like that. But listen, credit where it's due, man, because I haven't seen a throw like that probably ever. Like you know what I mean? It was very on the money. I think it was 62 yards or something like that.
that's mad.
But
But we've said it, isn't it? Outside of he who shall not be named,
mm,
Barnes was our next best finisher, and I've always thought when we were them times we were playing Gordon through the middle, I never understood why we didn't have Barnes as like that emergency striker because
yeah,
he can score, like he can be clinical. It's just being in the right position or having a bit of form. And I think I don't know if he's like reacted to the performance of Gordon, like if he's thought, oh man, like I need to pull this out the bag kind of thing.
maybe. Whatever it is, it seems to have worked because, like I said, after that, it was one way traffic really. You know, the Gordon was terrorizing him on the left hand side. By the way, like I know some people are frustrated with his delivery with his left foot and that, but he kept on getting blocked and stuff. But I like the way he switching it up at times, and they couldn't live with him. They couldn't live with him. What do you think about? I think there was a challenge that someone put on him. Well, the guy got a yellow card, right?
Yeah.
But my father-in-law said Gordon's lucky to be staying on the pitch.
Yeah, Gordon could have got a red for that because he's the
Yeah,
one that gets there first and his foot is up.
right. Because I'm
Yeah.
behind him, so I actually thought Gordon fouled the guy, but then my father was like, nah, he's lucky not to get a red, like with that kind of thing. But
Mm.
that's probably why he stayed down so long because he didn't want to, you know what I mean. So maybe it's a bit clever there.
An interesting one because wasn't the ref the one that gave the penalty against us at PSG? So I think
Yes, yeah,
people were
yeah.
kind of worried about that, but he had an all right game.
Yeah. Well, I still believe we should have two penalties. That one where Bruno's
The Bruno
got
one.
they've wrestled him down to the ground, and then the second one when the guy, I know Gordon does sometimes go down easy, but this guy barged him in his back in the box. Yeah, like I think that should have been a penalty as well, but it wasn't to be, and it didn't matter. But Adrian said I'm calling it now throw of the season in terms of Nick Pope. I'd agree. I don't think that's going to get matched. I don't think that's going to get matched. Big up Curtis in the building. Said, yo,
Hey,
brothers, hope all is cool. Best NUFC channel. Big up, appreciate it, sir.
big
Said,
up, bro.
Jeff, my guy, I watched NUFC talk yesterday, always spitting facts. You got a point.
Respect, Curtis.
Adrian said, nowadays, those work. But trust me, bro, from where maybe not the Gordon one, but I was directly in front of the Bruno one, and they've wrestled. they've wrestled him to the ground, bro. They've wrestled him to the ground, bro. That should have been a pen.
Do you know what makes me laugh? How he's so aggrieved, and he's like, "Come on, man! Like, what's going
But but yeah. But listen,
on?"
the third goal, great build up, great build up. This time I think it was Botman that won the ball, and he's fed it to Gordon, who's played the flip, has played it to the 1-2 with Voltemada, the flip. We've got
Wow,
to Voltemada, by the way, that
reverse
flip.
ball, crazy.
And there's Gordon's just, and he could have slipped Voltemada through, to be honest, but he
That's
split
what I
the
thought he was gonna do.
yeah, and it's kind of taken the centre back a bit away, but he's thread the ball through to Harvey Barnes, and there he is, looked up, nutmeg the keeper, game, set, match. But that was a great. We seem to be scoring some very good goals in the Champions League, you know.
You
Some
see
very good
that
goals. You know what I
through
mean?
the middle, man.
Yeah.
Through the middle. If Conor McKenzie's watching, I'm sure he's like, yeah, through the damn middle.
But it's
Yeah,
like the
whipping
goal
it in the wing, man.
the goal we scored against Barcelona. That was a well-worked goal as well. Like,
Mm.
we're very capable of it. But yeah, 3-0 game, set, match. And then it was a case of how many, because Joe Linton had a header. I think Chow had a header. But Burn is chesting one.
Miley's one.
Miley had the header, sorry.
That was a sitter,
Miley.
wasn't it?
Yeah. But you got
Bless
Dan Burn
him,
chesting
bless
it
him.
and volleying it like he's prime Messi or something.
That's
Yeah.
it, you know, it's like taking the piss out here, bro.
But
You know.
yeah, man, it was quite comfortable, and you know, I like the way that he used the subs as well, rotated, and I like the fact that he put Barnes on the right. That's where he got the goals from and stuff like that. Obviously, Murphy got an assist. Gordon got a goal and an assist. Bruno was playing very well. Yeah, man. Overall, nothing to complain about. Let's talk about
I
quickly.
commend. I commend just real quick. I
Yeah.
do commend Eddie on the subs.
Mm.
So because clearly they made an impact. Because Joe Linton actually did all right when he came on as
Yeah,
well.
he did.
Considering actually he's been quite dog awful
Yeah,
recently.
yeah.
The only criticism I give Eddie with the subs is once you know the game is won, because it was evident Benfica weren't going to come back. Give Asula a
With
little
a bit
bit more
more,
time.
yeah. Because
And
especially,
Willock as well. Give them the
yeah,
game time. It's Champions League. They're only going to get better experience from it. You know what I mean?
Brad said Willett missed a sitter. It wasn't a sitter that came. It came. It was a rebound, isn't it? Someone took a shot and he was at the far post and he tried to head it in from the corner. If that's the one you're talking about, I want to call that a sitter. Like that. I don't think most people ain't putting that in from where he is, and the pace it's come at him as well. I don't know.
I
But
feel for Willock, man. It's clear that he's evidently down the pecking order now, isn't it?
yeah,
He'll probably be gone in January.
yeah. I think if offers coming from him, he'll be gone. He'll be gone. But what did you think about Voltemada's performance?
I mean, look, the Techers is on another level, man. The delicate touches coming into deep, spraying it, linking up nicely. And then what I notice is he's clearly getting fitter because I noticed him actually sprinting, closing down, all that sort of stuff. So he was all action and very pivotal to the way that we played. And I like that. Like he doesn't necessarily have to be on the score sheet, but he's had a significant impact in the result, as you mentioned, particularly with like that third goal. So I think, yeah, he's a key part of the team. Obviously, I'm not saying like we've got that slot well and truly replaced and filled, but
Mm.
it's evident that with him in the team now, we're trying to like change how we play to fit him, and it's starting to work. There's some real positive signs there. Lovely to watch.
Yeah, and I think the wide forwards are getting used to play with him now. You know what I mean? They're playing off him. They know, he likes the ball to feet, and they're making the runs off him. And it's no coincidence that our wingers are the ones who scored the goals, and he wasn't on the score sheet, but he had a pivotal role to play in the whole game, especially in one of the goals as well. So yes, the goals may drop slightly, but his contribution is not going to go unnoticed from what he's doing at the moment. And it seems like we've got a class act on our hands, because some would say there's a lot more to his game than certain players who shall not be named. Still early days, and it's going to be interesting to see how he links up with Vissa when he comes back, or do they play together, one or the other? That's going to be interesting. But it's another option. Less pressure on him to sustain this goal scoring form. But yeah, it's definitely a nice option to have. I thought he played well. He's shown his technical brilliance as well. I liked the way that he did get in a bit of a spat with some of the defenders as well. That was good to see the feisty side to him as well, which was good. But yeah, I liked him. Any comments on Anthony Gordon? Because we've been very critical of Gordon of
Yeah,
late. What's your
yeah.
thoughts on Gordon?
Listen, I think it's I think Big Yinks kind of put it well that this is what we expect from our top players. He's one of our highest paid players. He's an England international. Eddie has actually, and I'm going to take Eddie's side here. He's like invested a lot of time and faith in him, so that needed to be repaid. Now, in my opinion, one or two performances is not enough,
Hmm.
and I want to see consistency. I want to see it continued, and it's almost frustrating to see because you can see he stood out clearly in terms of his quality, his application. So then you get frustrated and think, well, why haven't you been doing this? What's you deciding when to turn it on and off? Because it sounds like to me, when the bright lights of the Champions League's on,
That's when you
and you're
shine.
putting yourself in the shop continental window, or you're playing for England and it's sort of World Cup duties, you're happy to turn it on. So we want to see you do this in the bread and butter games as well. You know, we
Mhm.
could have done with that, against Brighton and games like that. So, but I will give him credit. Like he seemed on it. Like he was on the nitro. He was everywhere. He was getting involved with intricate pieces of play. I like that he was coming inside centrally as well, trying incisive passes. Some of them were coming off, some of them weren't. He felt very confident to take men on. This is something we've also been a little bit critical of him, or having a bit of indecision. He seemed to have clarity in terms of what he wanted to do with the ball,
Mm.
which was good to see that intent.
And what I also liked is the work rate coming back the other way because he was winning the ball quite comfortably off the defenders as well and instigating the moves. He never stopped running. He was everywhere, and that was like I said, that's what we want to see because he's been very frustrating for the last year and a half. It's like he's had his time off and he's picking his moments when to turn up. We've seen what he capable in spits and spurts last season. Most notably the League Cup semi-final against Arsenal. We know what he's capable, but the consistency just hasn't been there. So, we allowed you last season. All right, fair enough. But this season, we want to see you be consistently good. 7 out of 10 performances every week. Sometimes 8, 9, whatever. But that kind of performance, if you could produce that most weeks, then no one will be able to say anything to you. You know what I mean? So
Mm.
it was, but yeah, well deserved the man of the match award yesterday. But like I said, we want to see it continue. Like, don't go hiding on Saturday against Fulham. You know what I mean? We need that again against them and moving forward. But credit where it's due, man. Credit where it's
Who,
due.
who do you start? I mean, obviously, naturally, you would say Gordon. Obviously, Gordon gets a goal and an assist and a hell of a performance.
Yeah.
But Barnes comes on and scores 2 goals. Is that what we need we're away, aren't we?
No, we're home.
We're home. Is that what we need to kind of be more clinical in front of goal?
Um.
Or has he got something left in the tank after the
Well, this
output he put?
yeah, it's a strange one. Big up Smokey's niche, by the way.
Big up
The Sneaking lad.
Smokey.
Um, it's just I don't know. I think Gordon has to start on the left, right? Because think about it. Barnes came in and he played on the right. Yeah, that's where he got his goals from. Yeah, so it's a case of does he start Barnes on the right and give Murphy a rest, or start with Murphy, bring Barnes on? Because obviously we've got the League Cup coming up on Wednesday as well against Tottenham, so he's going to have that in his mind as well. It's going to be interesting. But before we get to that game anyway, the Fulham game, um, any other performances of what did you think of Dan Burn's performance?
Obviously it was difficult for him, isn't it? I can't let me try and pronounce the guy's name. Is it Luca Bacchio?
Mm,
Gave him a torrid time, and we have seen some games where actually Burn does well against his opponents and some where he struggles. This was someone who could take him on but also cut inside, and he was almost looking for help at times. And that's okay because we know that he's out of position. But I thought he did okay, actually. I thought he did okay in parts. There was times he was getting forward a little bit as well. Although I noticed there was a few times, like I don't know if was it Tiao?
was very advanced.
There was a few times he was just ignoring him. Like Burn was open for the pass left side, and
Oh
actually he was
yeah,
like, "No, I'm
yeah,
gonna go." And there was a
go,
few times Burn was ignored in possession, which I
yeah.
thought was quite weird. I don't know what that was about. Whether they just thought, "Oh, let's get it forward quicker," or it was like, well,
Maybe they know that Burns going to pass it back to Pope, and they don't want that. I mean, I don't
maybe,
know.
yeah,
Obviously, Burns. If they're going to press Burn, his first instinct is to go back. So maybe they didn't want to do that. Maybe switch up a little. But yeah, I thought he had his moments where he was getting skinned and that. But listen, he's not. We know he's not the most the quickest of players. But yeah, solid. The aerial threat was there. Interesting, taking the long throws as well, which is very interesting. But yeah, decent performance. Um, Bruno, because Bruno to me that was one of his better performances. We've been critical of him, especially after international duty. It takes a while to get going. But the you're talking about Kelvin. Big up Kelvin.
Good evening, Kelvin.
Tell him, Kelvin.
My
Tell him.
guy. Oh
Yeah,
my God.
yeah. Again, because this brother can't come to St. James's Park and win. Yeah. For the record, Jose Mourinho's finished. Yeah, he's finished.
Oh my gosh. And
Oh,
listen, he clearly wants the job, didn't he? So I think he threw the game. Let's be real. If it was legit and he was playing 5-2-3, bloody hell, man. I think he was like, yeah, here you go.
bruv, do you know Liverpool scored 5 goals and Isak hasn't scored one?
He's
Bruv,
finished, mate.
I don't know what's going on. Oscar Ekatike's done his bit. But anyway, but yeah, Bruno, what's your thoughts on Bruno's performance?
Yeah, listen, I think he's clearly reached a good point of form, and I think he really is settled as leader in the team now. So I do think he's leading by example, and he's leading quite well. And like I said, I think there was more balance in the midfield. I think Miley controlled things well, that then allowed Bruno more time to get forward. Excuse me. So he was able to make really key passes in the build up to our attacks. And that's what we want to see more of. Like Bruno in a slightly more advanced position, because we know that he has the tools in his locker. Um, so something for Eddie to think about then, about how can he try and release Bruno more.
Do you think do you think with these performances, this one, the result against Nottingham Forest, stuff like that, and say arguably Wolves, but do you think we're getting better at breaking down the low block, or is it the fact that the teams that are playing the low block are useless, or is it a combination of the two?
Yeah, I still don't think we're any closer to solving that problem. I do think we have weaknesses. That's one of them. Um, and it may take some time to fix that. I think we have to keep our feet on the ground. That Benfica really, they flattered to deceive a little bit. There's better sides will play out there, and then obviously the performances against sort of the likes of Wolves and Forest, we should be beating those teams. Um, it's hard to tell. Personally, I think we're starting to see some encouraging signs, particularly with that third goal. I think so. If we see more patterns of play like that, then
Hmm.
we know. Then we
Okay,
know. We need to do that more consistently, I think.
yeah. Okay, so if I had to ask you who were your top three performers yesterday,
Oh,
who would you gone for?
um, probably not in any particular order, but this is just for me personally. I'm gonna go Tiao, Miley, and Gordon, but they're not in any order. Obviously, I'll probably put Gordon number one, Tiao number two, Miley number three.
Okay.
How about
I,
you?
yeah, I'd say Gordon. Yeah, Chow. Yeah, Gordon, Chow, and probably Bruno. I thought Bruno was really good, but yeah, like I said, Miley played well. Botman played well. They all played well. It's going to be interesting to see how we rotate from here.
Just see
But
what Scans has put, man. Scans, real talk though. You can't listen.
you are in no position
I
to
don't
chat.
back Ilanga. I don't back Ilanga either. But you can't cuss, man, because yeah, you
You
lot.
are in no position to talk about fraud watch when you've got a bag of them for your team right about now. Yeah. Do you want me to reel them off? No, I didn't. Don't think you do. Yeah. So let's just chill. Just chill. How dare you? How dare you? You're cheeky, bro. You're what? We don't care, bro. Yeah. We don't care. You
How
still
much
got
is he
Isak in the
again?
team. Huh?
11.6 million.
He wishes 11.6, 116.
116, mate. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's what I mean. I must
116.
have got the decimal point wrong.
Yeah, just because Wirtz is used to playing in Germany, you think these 2 assists are going to count for nothing, brother? No, bruv. No. Nice try. Nice try. Yeah. Let's see him do it on the weekend. Yeah. Or the remaining Champions League fixtures. Not when he's in home comfort, bruv. No. No, 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 no. We're not
Scants,
doing it.
do you think you're going to win the league this year? Do you think you can overturn City and Arsenal?
Well, these Liverpool fans will still tell you, yeah, they'll be 5, 6, 7, 8 points below, and they'll talk about, yeah, we're still going to win the league. They don't believe it. They just have to say it. They don't believe it, bro. They don't believe it. Yeah, we know they're not winning the league, bro. We know they're not winning. But listen, that's a story for another day. For another
Just
day.
out of interest, the crowd yesterday, were they reacting to Jose in any way? Did he get a good reception or anything like that? Or were people,
Nah, they didn't boo him, but they didn't. They didn't. Nah, why would they give him a good reception?
don't know, I was
He ain't got
wondering.
no connection to the
'Cause,
club. Yeah,
I just,
bud him, bud him.
Sir
Yeah.
Bobby, bruv, Sir Bobby.
He has no connection to the club. I'm talking about Mourinho, bro.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
so
yeah,
Bobby does what? Just because
yeah,
he worked under him as an interpreter? No, bro.
yeah. You
No,
know,
no, 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 no.
he taught him things, bro.
That's like Ronaldo coming, Ardan coming to St James's Park, and yes, we cheer
Yeah.
for obvious reason, but he has no connection to the club. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Yeah.
Did he go
Um,
to the statue again or no?
I don't know. I don't pay attention to what this brother does. Yeah. All I know is that he's finished. All I know is that he's finished. Yeah. I don't want him nowhere near managing this club.
Boy,
Nowhere near. Yeah.
boy. Oh,
Finished.
Scants, yeah. Look at Scants come back.
Yeah. Are you making top four?
No.
Top five, bro. Top five. That's what I'm saying. Is my expectation. Top five. I'm not saying we're gonna do it, but that's what we need to be aiming for. Top five. We ain't finishing top four. We ain't finishing top four, but top five. Is Isak going to get off the mark anytime soon, bro? Because they subbed Ekatike now, so they're trying to buy him a goal, bro. They're really trying to get him this goal. Yeah, but listen, it is what it is. It's what it is. Um, sounds about right. That sounds about right.
Oh, you guys.
Um,
Oh
but
my.
no, that leaves us on to what, 6 points? 2 wins from 3.
Is it
Um,
6 or 7? Is this?
no, 6. We lost to Barcelona, isn't it? We've only played
Oh,
3
we've only
games.
played 3 games.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we've got Bilbao next. And they think we're way to Leverkusen, I think. Or is it Marseille? One of them. But they're saying what, 4 wins should be enough to qualify. What do you reckon? How many points do you think we can
I
do?
think 12, 11, 12 is like playoff round territory, but I think 14, 15, because top 8, I don't know, it's a bit hard, you know. You probably got to win at least 5 of
5,
your
yeah.
8 games, I would say. So yeah, I
Yeah.
think 15 points gets you top 8,
Right.
not 12.
Right.
I think 12 would be like
No,
playoff
no,
round.
12 will get you playoff. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. 12 will get you playoff. So that's 2 more wins. Yeah. So you're comfortable that we're going to get that?
So Marseille, PSG are the tricky ones, but we've got Leverkusen and Bilbao. I think we beat Leverkusen. I have a feeling we can beat Bilbao, but I think we might draw. I think we might draw with Bilbao.
Right. Okay. Okay. And there's one more, isn't it? PSV.
PSV, I think we beat PSV.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think we beat PSV. I just think the Marseille one's a tricky one, to be honest with you. And yeah, PSG, the way
Home.
they destroyed Leverkusen. Because De Zerbi's got Marseille
PSG should
playing
be.
really well.
Yeah. Yeah. Marseille's the one that concerns me. PSG, I think we should have qualification in some way, shape, form wrapped up by them because that's our last game. If we have to go to PSG, needing a win, forget it. Forget it. But I think we should be in a good position where we should be okay. But the next game,
Marseille beat Napoli 6-3. Bloody hell.
yeah, and they're playing tonight.
Yeah,
They're,
it's
they're
that
winning.
they got
They're playing
because they got
Sporting.
obviously Greenwood and Pacho,
Yeah, and they,
Alba, and
Aubameyang. Yeah. Listen, I don't expect anything from that game. But the blessing is that we've got Bilbao next at home. So if we can get a win there, then I'd be very confident that we're going to do it. So it's still time to. To get players back and stuff like that. And you never know if Vissa might be available by then. See if you get some time off the bench. You never know. But yeah, it leaves us in good stead, man. In good stead. But we're going. this win is not enough. We seem to be doing really good in the cup competitions, but it's the bread and butter, that's the league, that we need to really buck up our ideas. So we've got Fulham at the weekend. But before we go any further, those in the chat, thank you for your comments, but please slap a like on the show. Get the like number up. Helps with the algorithm. Gets people to know more about 90's mags. So I'm sure you'd like to share the show with people. Let them know about it if you're happy. But yeah, man. Appreciate. Oh, Marseille drawing 1-1 at the moment. Okay, I think
Oh, so
they
who,
were.
so who beat Napoli 6-3?
What, yesterday?
Was that yesterday? Was it?
Yeah, they got clapped yesterday. Napoli
Who
got
was
clapped.
that?
Um, I can't remember.
Oh man.
PSV.
Oh, PSV. Bloody hell.
And didn't
Because
PSV?
Conte's got Napoli playing well, so I'm shocked at that.
But I think they had 10 men. But then PSV didn't PSV lose to Union SG on the game week 1
Wow.
at home?
That's embarrassing.
I think it was them. But listen, it's all. But if you look at the scores now, Chelsea are winning 5-1. There's a red card in that one. Liverpool winning 5-1. You know what I mean? Real Madrid up winning 1-0. Spurs 0-0. But there's been some slappings this week, man. PSG 7-2, wherever it was. You know what I mean? Arsenal won 4-0. Like, yeah, you know what I mean? It's a bit of a joke at the moment, but it will soon even itself out. We'll
Do
soon
you
even it
think though, what would be so interesting? Don't get me wrong, you can only play what's in front of you. I think this format is definitely weaker and it gives
Oh
opportunity
yeah,
for people to get a win.
yeah,
I do wonder if we were in the old format where we would have been pot four, probably got another group of death, how we would have done.
yeah.
But
It could have been. Um, Scant said Conte's European record is poor. It is. It is. He's a domestic king, man. He's a domestic king.
yeah.
But yeah, we've got Fulham on the weekend. Um, if it was you, would you go into this game with the same lineup?
I definitely wouldn't put Joe Linton back in.
Right.
Definitely not. I would keep one of Miley or Ramsey. If Tonali's fit, Tonali comes back in.
Yeah.
I would keep one of Miley or Ramsey in there. Uh, Obviously, I would stick with Gordon on the basis of the performance he had. But for me, Murphy has to stay in the team as well.
So okay, so you'd keep Barnes on the bench, impact sub. Okay, backline obviously speaks for itself. Yeah, I think I'd agree with that. Those in the chat, let me know what you think. Who would you start against Fulham? Any changes from the team that beat Benfica? Does Tonali come straight back in? Would you like to see Miley get more minutes? You know what I mean? So, and who's your wide forwards as well? So, listen, we struggled. Why do you think it is that we're managing to do so well in the cup competitions, but then when it comes to the league, we're very up and down, mainly down. But what's your thoughts on that?
I think it's a bit of muscle memory, isn't it? So obviously we've done well in cups, and I think the pressure's almost off. You can go out and enjoy yourself a little bit more. Whereas with the league, we know it's like relentless. You have to be at the top of your game week on week. And, I think whether they admit it or not, I think they're influenced by other results as well. They know that there's stuff going on around them, and it just brings a lot of pressure. And I think the manager feels it as well, not just the players. But we know the standard of Premier League is so, so high compared to anywhere else. So, yeah.
Yeah, I think yeah, like you said, like the standard of team that we face in the Premier League day to day, week to week is a lot better than a lot of these teams in the Champions League early stages anyway. Obviously the League Cup as well, but yeah, and it's a different style as well. Different style of football. It's more intense. I mean, it's more physical. It's harder to pick up points. Anyone can beat anybody, as they say in this league, which does make it difficult. Scans is asking his fullback yet? Not yet.
Mm,
How they say he could be back before the next international break, which is positive. I reckon he's going to be after the international break, but
mm.
we'll see. We'll see. Kante, I know Kante with his mind games. Start your 18s, they'd still win. Well, you tried that last season, yeah, and look what happened. We didn't beat you at all. Yeah, so we're not buying that. We're not buying this false sense of security, these mind games. it's not happening. It's not
And
happening.
you've got Chukwueze, who rather painfully scored against us in the Champions League 2 years ago. But the one I want to watch, obviously, is Josh King. And that's another reason I want Miley to start. I think Miley and Josh King played together for the under 19, England under 19s. They
Okay.
were both in the under 21 squad. I'd love to see Miley versus King face off. King is a player. I mean, personally, I think he will go to a bigger club than us, but I would love us to go in for him. I think from what I've seen of him, he looks quality.
Okay. Okay. So it's got to. Do you expect a? It's a Saturday 3 o'clock kickoff, and we seem to be our performances seem to be flat at 3 o'clock on a Saturday. Um, what what are you expecting? Are you expecting the crowd to be up for it? Are you expecting another struggling performance? Do you expect us to win the game? Like, how do you see this one going?
I think it's a mental thing. So I think it's very difficult when you've been on a high from the Champions League to sustain that. Sometimes it's kind of like, oh, okay, we're back from dreamland. Let's get back to the daily nuptials. So I think it's all in their heads. Like as long as they continue to challenge themselves and Eddie pushes them, then we can get a result. But it's tricky because obviously Fulham did the double over us last season, and I felt like we got the tactics totally wrong in the first game, and I
Yeah,
felt we were very arrogant, and then we got slapped. The second one, we knew what changes we had to make, and Eddie didn't make those changes.
is that when we took
So
the lead? Didn't we? We took the lead, and
we
they
took the
came back.
lead, Jacob
Yeah.
Murphy, and then they came back, and I think Muniz got the winner. I mean, we keep saying give Eddie time. He needs time to learn. I'm hoping after losing to them twice last season, he's learned. There's nothing more to learn. Like,
Yeah.
you know what their strengths and weaknesses are. Let's just, let's take them out.
So Kelvin's asked, why doesn't Barnes start? So Kelvin, who are you putting Barnes to start instead of, on the right or the left? Yeah, is it Murphy or Gordon? Let me know. And your reasons for it. I know he's coming off a two goals, but some say that at the moment he's better as an impact sub, because when he gets his opportunities, he doesn't seem to grab it by the scruff of the neck, and you know what I mean, and grab the ball by its horns and take control and solidify his position. Or is it because Eddie's favoritism? Like, what's your, So you're saying start. You're saying start on the right. So, given the fact that Murphy has done well since he's come into that position, he seems to get an assist. He's got 2 assists now for the season, I think.
More than
Um,
that, I think two in the Premier League and
right, and one
one in
in
the
the
Champions
Champions
League.
League. So we say it's his to lose in that, but
But then it gives more fuel to the fire for Barnes, isn't it?
yeah,
If Barnes comes on again and gets another goal or another two goals, then
mm,
there's another question to be had, isn't it? It just you need competition, isn't it? That's essentially what you need. In terms of very quickly to Adrian, if you saw NUFC Talk TV, you would have heard me big up Newcastle in terms of like what a big club we are. But I just mean respectfully at the moment in terms of our journey, for top talent, I don't think we're quite there yet. It's one of those ones where they will instantly look at those established big six sides. Like it wouldn't surprise me. And it wouldn't surprise me if they go in for him as well. Do you know what I mean? So it's not really a slight on us. It's just I think where we're at in terms of our journey right now. Obviously, there's still time to keep pushing on.
So big up James in the building. He said, "How you doing, James?" He said, "I know we've tried Barnes on the right and it hasn't worked out, but with Voltemada's much better link-up play than Isak, do you think a front three of Gordon, Voltemada, and Barnes could work?" I think it could work, and I think we will see it at times this season. Um, we do know that Barnes Barnes' speciality, he's not the best at running with the ball, but running off the ball, he's very good. If he wants to get in position to shoot. Yeah, he's a decent dribbler, but he can play that 1-2. He's good at playing a 1-2 and cutting inside and shooting whatever it is. So obviously Gordon's a better ball carrier than him, but you've seen the link up with Voltemada and Gordon and Barnes. In fact, that goal that they scored is those three on the pitch. So that could be an example of things to come. You know what I mean? So if that's the case, then yeah, of course it can work. And I think at times you're going to see it because Eddie does like to change his wingers, especially that right hand side. He does like to chop and change. So I don't see any reason why we won't see that many a time in the season, throughout the season. What do you think, Jefferson?
Yeah, listen, I think the options are there, and I think it opens up. I mean, I don't want to sound jumping with the happy clappers because I did criticize them about the cavalry will arrive, but obviously, if Hall and Tino come back, if Eddie is adamant in playing Burn, I actually think it could work if you play a 3-4-2-1. So you put Burn as the left centre back of the back three, and then you put Hall and Tino as the wing backs. But what you do is you put Voltamada as the one up front, but you put Gordon and Barnes behind him. So not wide, behind him. So they're playing more centrally. Do you get
Right.
me? And then the wing backs can be the ones that overlap as opposed to those actual wingers.
And
So
you've
they're
got
more like inside forwards kind of thing.
Tonali and Bruno in the middle.
Yeah, that could
Okay.
work because you'd have
Okay.
the balance, you'd have the pace of the outside, and we know that they can get up and down as well. I think that's something Eddie could look at, and it ticks all the boxes for him. He gets Burn in the team.
Yeah.
A back three can be solid as well, and we've got the recovery pace to switch to a five if we need to go defensive. I can see that in terms of a long answer to James's question. That's how I think I could see it work because I think unfortunately in terms of the wide forward positions,
Yeah.
when Gordon goes to his weaker side, he's very animated and not enjoying it. Whereas at least Barnes tries. Do you know what I mean?
Well, it's funny you said it because the scanner said, "Is this the end for Fug Joe?" Now, Kelvin says no. Every team needs a battering ram. Listen, it's not the end for Joe Linton, right? But we
Oh.
have said if we're going to evolve, right, we need a midfielder that's better on the ball and more technically gifted. And love Joe Linton to bits. What he's done for us and the physicality that he brings, and what I mean. Even when he goes for a chance, he's beating man in the back of the neck. He just does nothing softly. Yeah, this guy is like a battering ram, but sometimes you need that. So there's going to be times. I was interested because I listened to Talk Sport. Was it Talk Sport? And they said about the Joe Linton thing, and they said, look, let's be honest. You don't need Joe Linton on a 3 o'clock game on a Saturday. Yeah. What you need, you need Joe Linton either the night to St. James's Park or in a big European night, away from home, whatever it is. That's when you need him. Yeah.
Mm,
Saturday at 3 o'clock when they're a bit more chilled, relaxed, it's more about the football. He sticks out like a sore thumb. Yeah, he sticks out like a sore thumb. But I get what they're trying to say. But listen, there's always going to be a place for him. I'd be interested to see how long his career lasts at Newcastle because I think I mentioned it before. The Newcastle fan base and Newcastle as a whole, they love people that play for the badge and show that kind of passion and
yeah.
embrace the city. And he's done all of that. Yeah. And he's very, very grateful for being in his position. But there was a time when his contract renewal was coming up and everyone's like, we cannot sell him, we cannot sell him, we cannot sell him. Maybe we could have sold him at the time because right now we're not going to get any big money for him now if we choose to sell him.
Because he's
But
what, 28 or 29 now?
29, I think it might be. Yeah.
Yeah.
And obviously he's getting more injury prone as well. And his skill set that he brings is a bigger club going to want that in their team? Maybe not.
Maybe. It depends.
A bigger club than us.
Like, I could, listen, Man United, they've got Casemiro who's
Oh
like,
yeah, but they're just whatless.
like
They're
he
exactly
could
whatless.
slot in at Man United, maybe.
Maybe.
Spurs, maybe, but
But do you think he retires from here or he stays long enough and goes back to the Brazil?
it depends on like how settled his children are and his missus and all that stuff.
Right.
He may go to mainland Europe, like a France or something.
Yeah.
But talking about Joe Linton really quickly,
Yeah.
and I guess we'll come back to the chat. But it springs to mind. I feel a bit embarrassed now. I remember that video. I was so gassed.
Oh.
After Joe Linton scored
Oh.
the winner
Yeah.
against Southampton last season,
Yeah.
and then you were like, "So what? Like, is he better than Rice?" And then I was like, like if Rice cost this much, then Joe Linton is 170
You're
million.
saying it so meek as well now, bro.
What
You
was
were
I
gas, bro.
thinking? What
You
was
were
I thinking?
gas. I'll have to get someone to clip that up, man. Clip it
Oh
up
no, what was I thinking?
because you were on one. But listen, everyone has these moments. You get a bit excited. But listen, he's still got a pivotal role to play this season anyway. But it'll be interesting to see how much more game time the likes of Ramsey gets as well if he can stay fit. So it's we'll see.
Like for example, Joe Linton would be great for the derby.
Yeah,
Do you know what I mean?
but
Just
I
like
think
basically utilize him well.
yeah,
It
yeah,
bolsters the squad, doesn't it?
because everyone's looking forward to that first clash with Xhaka. Yeah, I'm like,
Ooh.
but Xhaka seems to be a bit more mature now. Like he's kind of like, you know what I mean? Joe Linton, he might just rise to the occasion and box man in his head. You know what I mean? I don't know. I don't
Oh
know.
my god. Although I would like to see that, to be fair.
Yeah, it's true. It's
Like secretly, I'm sadistic.
true.
Um, James, there's no chance in hell, mate. No
Boy,
chance in hell.
boy. What would
Although
it take?
I do still love my happy clappers, of course.
Um, Kelvin said, once Isak gets used to the league, it might be all over us. Listen, just to address this one, we know Isak more than likely will
Who's
come
that?
good.
Isak, who's that?
Yeah. But for every game that he doesn't, including tonight, because he drew another blank, as far as I'm aware, scan through him, let me know. But I think he didn't score, right? So as long as he doesn't, we're on his neck. Yeah. Now, I'll be honest, and I, and I am shameless because I still put him in my top three favorite Newcastle players, but he's not a
Oh,
Newcastle player, bro. Yeah, so anytime that he flops, yeah, I'm on his neck because we have to enjoy it while it can because we know once he gets going, it's a long day, innit? Yeah, it's a long day. But for every time that Ekitike outshines him or he draws a blank, we're stamping on his neck. Yeah, we're on it. Yeah. Sorry, it is what it is.
I have a strong dislike for him, I'm afraid, brother. Like
Yeah.
it's gonna take me a while to get over it,
I don't even dislike the brother. I don't even dislike the brother. But you know what I mean? It's it's just enjoyable seeing how he's played it out and what's happening to him now, in it. Yeah.
Grass ain't always greener, man.
Hope you've learned your lesson, my friend. Yeah,
It could
because
turn out to be like like similar, like to what happened with Andy Carroll.
raw,
Do you get me?
raw.
James, randomly, what topping would you have on your pizza? You're talking about pizza. I just want to know randomly what topping you'd have.
Do you like ham and pineapple?
Well, I don't eat pork, but I would have pineapple on my pizza. I ain't gonna lie.
Okay.
People can hate me for that, but
No,
I,
pineapple pizza. Yeah, that's cool, bro.
do you like it?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
I know people would get mocked for that still. So
James did say, he said, look, I think Joe Linton will start against the Liverpool, Arsenal, Cities, etc. of the world, but not against teams we should be dominating. So
yeah,
does he start against Fulham then? In that respect, I take it that's a no. He doesn't start against Fulham. Let me know. And Scans, in other words, it's the end, D. It's not the end. It's not the end. It's just you have to start thinking about certain things, isn't it? That's right. If we're going to evolve, evolve. Kelvin
Scan,
said,
a year ago, be honest, would you have liked Joe Linton in your team?
"Oh, Scans would never take Joe Linton in the team. He thinks he's a thug. Yeah, he literally thinks he's a thug, and maybe it's the fact they didn't like that he got dominated in the League Cup final. I think it might be from there, but I don't know. I don't know. He does not like Joe Linton. Hold on.
Jay, J-
Just like a shot with Tonali, and then he dropped a stinker. Hold on. Tonali was suffering from a bug, bro. Have you
yeah,
not read
man.
it? Have you not read?
Oi,
Yeah.
I don't know
So
if anyone's had that. It's going round right now. I don't know if it's COVID or whatever it is.
we can allow him with that one then.
It's
Yeah.
it's
Nice try.
horrible.
Nice try. What's more important is that he signed an extension. Yeah. That's the most important thing. Yeah. We know contracts don't mean the world in these days. We've been, we're privy to that. But it shows a sign of his intention currently. Yeah. So can put a few miles, but he still needs a pay rise, in my opinion. We need to up his wages, but positive news coming out, yeah. And let's see what Ross Wilson can get done with the likes of him, Botman and Tino.
There's
Get,
this Vasco da Gama striker apparently we're interested in, strong interest, isn't it? And he scored again yesterday.
oh, is it?
Yeah, I can't remember his name. If anybody knows, let us know. But there's this. Yeah, I forgot his name. Oh,
Oh,
pepperoni. Okay, cool.
classic pepperoni.
I have the vegan one from vegan pepperoni from Pizza Pilgrims. I don't know if they got any up in the Toon, but that's banging as well.
Yeah.
Come on, Kelvin, man. You know, it's not just me, it's D man. He was
What?
digging it as well.
What's
He's
that?
cussing us for the pineapple. He
Oh,
said, do you remember Tonali's interview? They asked him, they're like, "Oh, what would you have on your pizza?" He's like, "Ah, I don't know, cheese." He's like, he couldn't answer.
Ah, called him Fug Joe for
Oh
years.
no.
Like Kelvin said, 4 more years. Yeah, Tonali's here to stay. Yeah, I think I saw some comments from him about how much he loves the city, he feels at home here, and blah de blah de blah. So yeah, listen, I'm all here for it, man. I'm all here for it. But yeah, if I get you before we go, a prediction for the Fulham game, Jefferson.
Before I make my prediction, do you think we're going to keep a clean sheet?
Is this Muniz playing? Where's this Muniz guy?
Muniz is injured.
Where we're keeping a clean sheet?
Okay. You know what? I'm gonna go 3-1.
3-1, yeah.
3-1, yeah.
I'm gonna go 2-0. We have to get. We have to beat them, man. We have to beat them. Yeah, so I'm gonna go 2-0. Those in the chat, let me know your predictions for this Fulham game before we sign off.
How is Chukwueze injured? He's barely played.
Who's that for Fulham?
Yeah. What about this Kevin kid, Kante? Do you think Kevin could do us damage?
Who?
They signed this Brazilian for like
Oh yes, they did. Right,
40
they did.
million,
They did.
didn't
They
they?
did.
From okay, James, you're a London mag. Okay, I didn't know that, man. Yeah, Pizza Pilgrims is sick, innit? Hot honey, mate. Hot honey.
Whereabouts in London, James? Let us know. Let us know. Kelvin,
Seth!
hold on a minute. 0-3. Are you saying that Fulham are going to beat us 3-0? Is that what you're saying? Please clarify that, bro, because we will riot. Yeah, there'll be a riot. Fulham come to St. James's Park and beat us 3-0. Nah, that could get ugly. James says 2-0 to the Toon.
That's steady, I think. That's pretty steady. I could see that happening.
Cantor said Kevin could do you damage, yes, but Marco won't start him.
If Marco loses next couple of games, do you think he's going to get sacked, Kante? Or do you think if he loses to us, he gets sacked?
Nah, he ain't getting sacked, man. Scat says 2-1 Newcastle. I like you thinking, Scats.
That's steady as well.
Kante says they're going to lose 3-1. I don't believe you, mate. I don't believe you.
It's Fugazi.
Kelvin has clarified. He said, no, we're home 3-0. My bad. I like your thinking. Thank you for clarification.
And James is actually a Southman.
Just outside Wimbledon.
Yeah.
South is where it's at. South is where it's at. Good lad. Good lad. But yeah, is there anything else you want to talk about before we get off and enjoy the rest of the evening?
Call it there. You deserve your sleep, D man. Yeah, that was a long trek for you.
Straight to bed. And I go to the Palace game tomorrow as well.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it's a bit of a long one.
Don't say that because then we're gonna start getting the whole Palace and Brentford thing again.
What?
I forgot what it is. There's always someone that's like, you're really a Palace fan and I'm really a Brentford fan.
Oh,
I can't remember who kept saying that, but
listen, I feel no way. I have a Palace season ticket. Yeah, I'm based in South London. They're my local team. I've been going. Listen, I had Palace season ticket when back in the day, but I had Wimbledon season ticket when I was in the Prem. Yeah, but I want to see Premier League football at the end of the day. And it just so happens that Palace have got a good team now. So it is what it is. As long as they're not playing Newcastle, I want Palace to win. But that is it. That's just me, innit? That's just me. I like to watch football. Kelvin said respectable people live in the north.
Oh yeah.
Listen, I will say though, Newcastle, they're very friendly. You know, I've never no bad word to say about anybody in Newcastle, and I've been going there for a few years now. So, big up all those in Newcastle. Agent, don't feed the troll. Listen, I'm here for it, mate. I'm here for it. Come at me if you're bad. But James, you guys in credit. Yeah, pretty much, bro.
Yeah, very close, very
Yeah.
close.
So, yeah, man. South Northern and that. Yeah, 15 minutes.
Wear my
Listen,
Kevlar every day, man.
yeah.
I'm, jo- I'm joking. I'm joking.
Oh, you meant North London? No, bruv. North London? No. Tottenham and that.
Edmonton,
Nah, nah,
Enfield.
nah. Sorry, mate. Sorry, mate. Wait, Scans, where are you from? Are you from North? Is Scans from North or are you
Surely
from
Scance is a South man. Surely.
Scans ain't South, man. Scans ain't South. Big up Curtis.
Yeah, Curtis.
Cheese. Hey, Curtis, what secondary school did you go to out of curiosity? If you lose some side, I want to know before we sign off here. I know we're going on a bit. I just want to know what secondary school you went
Yeah.
to. If we can't find everybody's geography out here, bro.
There was someone else I wanted to ask that was in the chat. Who was it?
Scants is North London. See, that makes sense now. Yeah, you're not righted, but it's good. It's all good. It's all good. Yeah. See, look, Scants is. Curtis said,
How did you know, Kelvin?
what gave it away?
Yeah, how did you know? You seen him speak?
He said, yeah, I could tell. Curtis said 2-0 Newcastle. Agree with me. I agree. 2-0.
That's
2-0.
steady as well.
But right, I bet he's Scants ain't from Islington.
Cali Road and all that.
Nah, he's not. He's not. He's not. But listen, all the people keep smashing the lights, people, man. Oh, he's heard him. He's heard. Oh, he must have heard Scants on here, innit? Scants have been on here, so maybe he must have heard. But
When we back?
uh,
Sunday, innit? Is it Sunday?
Sunday, yeah,
We're
Sunday.
playing Saturday, right? We're playing
Yeah, play
Saturday.
Saturday, so we'll be back on
Yeah,
Sunday.
back
Yeah.
Sunday. With that rascal Kante, make sure you're on your best behaviour when you come on, mate, please.
Listen, only come in there if you lose, you know. Okay, if you beat us, I don't want to see your face, bruv, and your smug chat. Yeah, I'm not here for it. I'm not here for it. No, I'm only joking. But listen,
What are they gonna do if we got Adama Traore here? Do you know what I mean? He's not gonna be on the pitch, man.
but listen, like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Tell a friend, tell a friend. Thank you all for that's been in the chat. It's been very entertaining. Good to review a win, another win for the Newcastle after that depressing Brighton game. Let's hope this is a kickstart to our season. Time will tell. You know, like Jeff said, the next two games are key. He said this was the first one. We got that one out of the way. We've got Fulham and then Tottenham. So if we can get those wins there, Jeffson will be a happy clapper officially. So yeah.
Get out of here. Yeah.
But we're going to leave it at that, people. But we'll see you next time, all right? Peace.
Peace.